Anyway, Bibi, good morning. Mr. Somi Uranta is also here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you.
My pleasure.
I love your outfit. As when I saw you come into the studio, I'm like, oh, no, this is an African. This is an African man, a Nigerian man too.
Yeah. Proudly Nigerian.
Proudly Nigerian, absolutely Nigerian. You are not scared of...
From the Niger Delta.
Hey, it's obvious. I can take a guess. Let me take a guess. That name is Somi Uranta.
Uranta. That's from Bayelsa.
No.
It should be from
Rivers.
Rivers,
Rivers.
exactly. Rivers.
It's not Bayelsa, it's Rivers.
So from Rivers, what's that place in Rivers?
Calabari.
No, it's not Calabari. It's not. No. There's a place.
Let me help you. Opobo, Queenstown Opobo, to be precise.
Okay.
Jaja of Opobo.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
So this Calabari man or Opobo Igbani man has come on the show. This is the second time I'm hosting another. Are you sure I don't have any relationship with the Rivers people?
Well, maybe you don't. Okay. Do you have any relationship with them?
Not really. Maybe I want to have.
You should.
That was why you didn't do it then.
No, relationship. Mimi, your ears need to be repolished. Relationship is not limited to what you are thinking about. Relationship now, if you be friend.
Yes.
Okay. Relationship is special advisor position.
I would have said
if you be appointed
like 5 years ago,
Child.
4 years ago, any relationship with a Niger Delta person was perfect and good. Really? So many things.
Really? That was when our Minister for Transportation was the governor.
And that was when we had a president from there.
From the Niger Delta.
Niger Delta.
Oh my God. And our president's wife was also from the Niger Delta at that point. No, it was even from the state. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Interesting times. But anyway, let's come off this joke that we are pushing around and go to optimistic outlook. Why exactly should young people have an optimistic outlook to life?
Because it's the only thing they can do. When you are bombarded from north, east, south, and west within your environment, nowhere to go. You have to look out for the sunshine part of life. And I'm actually looking at situations around our environment. Today, everywhere you look around, we have youths hanging out every corner. You ask them, they say there's no job, nothing to do.
Yeah, I get messages like that from time to time.
They want you to give them money. In fact, the gambling nature of our system now is a very serious threat to national cohesion, national development, social environment. You know, where people begin to think that they can get nothing from nothing. I mean, get something from nothing.
They just put in money and it doubles.
Yes, it doubles. You know, God himself is not a money doubler. You got to put in the work. And what does it take to create wealth? What does it take to amass riches legitimately? The process of creating or wealth creation has not changed from the time of the richest man in Babylon to this present day. It has not changed. Find a need and fill it. And human beings are problem generators. Everywhere human beings exist, they generate problems
on a daily basis.
Yes. Zig Ziglar, motivational speaker and author, he says, if you have a problem, you don't know how to solve it, look out for people that have bigger problems, help them solve their problems, and your problem will become non-existent. So
it's a problem.
Yes. Man,
yours must be smaller, look for bigger, solve it, yours will become diminished.
You see, what is money that we're all looking for? It's not the paper money we spend. There was a time it was trade by barter. You drop yam, I drop Gary. We measure it, and you take mine, I take, exchange.
Did you miss that time?
There was a time it was cowries.
We used to do it in school.
There was a time it was cowries. That was means of exchange. Today, it's paper, and there was a time it was coin. Today, in Nigeria, it's paper. But even the paper is being outdated. It's becoming obsolete. It's digital money now.
You just have money and you have not seen it before.
Yes, you could say most of the billionaires we have in the world, they've not seen a billion naira cash before.
They do all
it's just digital online. Figures, numbers.
They know what is in their account.
So and let me shock you. There has never been a time in the history of mankind that making money, creating wealth, amassing riches has been so simplified like this age and time. Today, if you know how to cry very well, you can make money crying.
Professional.
Have you cried in different languages? Have you cried in Yoruba language? Have you cried in Igbo? Have you cried in Hausa? Have you cried in Ibani language? What about laughter? What about laughter? You see, if you laugh, if you can learn how to laugh, you know, you must hone your skills.
Yeah.
You cannot just keep it because God gave you this skill.
Brother Shaggy only dances.
You see, there is nothing. Is
Does
it
he
dancing?
Nothing else.
Is it dancing that you are good at? Is it to clap hands? Anything you are doing, if you can look, Martin Luther King Jr. says that if you are called to be a street sweeper, that you must sweep streets like Michelangelo sculptured, like Beethoven and Mozart, you know, composed music, like Shakespeare wrote poetry. You must yes, you must sweep streets to the extent that all the host of heaven and earth will pause to say, here lived a street sweeper who did the job very well.
Yeah.
But our young people do not like those kind of hard words.
But you have to inculcate it. I don't blame them so much because you cannot expect, you know, an empty bag to stand upright. The society has lost its values. Our ethical content is very low as it is. Because we have venerated riches, you know, at the expense of goodness, of, you know, our humanness. The entire humanity of the Nigerian man has been bastardized. So we think money is everything. And what is money? If you don't create value, money is useless. If you are giving 1 million naira today, you don't keep it very well, someone else can pick it away from you, can steal it from you, and you go back to where you came from. But if you develop your skills, you know, if you develop your skills and you begin to, if they take the money from you, you regret it. Look, when God created man, God was a working God. For 6,000 years, the man was working. When he finished, he called an annual general meeting. He said, look, come now, call everybody, all the Godhead, members of the Godhead. Say, let us create man in our own image and after our likeness. And then he went ahead to, before man was created, to, you know, delineate the jobs this man will do. He should occupy, he should tend the garden, he should do this, he should procreate or replenish. Well, the Nigerian person, and I mean, will tend more, tilt more towards the procreation part of it.
Okay, why do you think young people are not keen into this kind of jobs any longer?
Because the society have so revered riches without foundation. So everybody wants to just make it by all means, get rich quick or die trying. But that's not the principle. Everything is about principle. After God created the world, he handed over his toolbox to man and he went on vacation. That's what the Bible tells us. The scriptures tells us. And so across different other religions. But if somebody says, I don't have a job, it's because there's a particular thing you are looking at. Look, you want money. Can you be able to give it out? What you cannot give out, you shouldn't expect. You know, in Chinese, ancient Chinese thought, there are two religions, conflicting religions, so to say, but there's still one, the Confucians and the Taoists. Now, the Taoists say, the Confucians say you must do for nothing. The Confucians say do for nothing. The Taoists say do for profit. But I tell you, for you to do for profit and do it well, you must first learn to do for nothing. If you don't have a job, have you gone to somebody, whatever skill you think you have you honed it? Have you approached somebody who needs that skill? Have you offered to give their services for free?
Volunteer services.
If you don't do it for free, you shouldn't expect to be paid.
But people do not even have the confidence to give young people that opportunity to come work for them for free. The lack of trust, lack of integrity, lack of appropriate behavior. You know, there are so many lacks that you look at. I look at the ones surrounding me on a daily basis and I ask myself, oh my God.
The person has not really started to think in the proper way. Because if you want to present yourself, you must present yourself properly. These are life skills you must, you know, you should know that it is I and the others. This world, it cannot just be me alone. I and the others, the individual and the others, you must take into account. In fact, it is the presence of others that makes our own existence give it meaning. without the others, if you're alone in this place, you probably will be ranting alone and nobody, you will even, in fact, you will even take your bath to come out. But because of the presence of others, you take all the precautions, all the care to appear good and all that. So if you want to, I cannot say because I want to give her something, I want to give my skill out to somebody, then for that reason, I will not know how to behave, you know, in a public place. I will not be trustworthy. I don't have integrity and all that. If all those things comes to play into the mix, of course, the person will not, in fact, whatever I think I'm giving for free will not be worth it. So it has to be a holistic approach to the whole thing. So if you say you know how to do ABC, you should be able to have other skills that will make that thing. Because a book I read some time ago, talent is not enough. You might have talent, if you don't have the other life skills that will make that talent marketable. That's why you see a lot of talented people dying in abject poverty. But I must tell you, ask the Indians, ask the Lebanese, ask the Chinese, the streets of Lagos, albeit Nigeria, are paved with gold and diamonds. But you have to look out very well to see it. Because
they see it, and because I keep asking myself, the influx of these people into Nigeria is alarming. And I ask the question, what do they come to do? If it's as bad as we say it is.
To make money. They are expatriates.
And they find the money. And they never go back without the money.
You see these people that come to Nigeria and will regard them as expatriates, they are the dregs of their own society. They are within the last rung of the ladder in their own society. When they come here, they become first class. Our banks will give them more loan. Everybody want to, a white man.
Meanwhile, if we travel,
but they even bring the money sometimes for the business.
Travel to other countries,
they use our own money.
If we travel to other countries, they don't treat us the way we treat foreigners.
Even our best is regarded common as the worst over there.
Except when they've proven themselves within that same society.
Yes. A few of us have actually excelled. But you don't also blame those people who are looking down on the black man, because the way we behave, the way our leaders, those who stand in front as our ambassadors, they don't represent us very well. How many white people have you seen bringing money from his place to come here and buy property? Say he want to live in Ikoyi? No. He doesn't even build anything here. There are people who will take our wealth. You know, you talk about the man before me was talking about the political man. He was talking about terrorist parties. He said, when you were asking him, and he talked about, you know, how they terrorize even our coffers, our public patrimony, our corporate patrimony, how they terrorize it. They go and they buy properties, you know, in different countries, lodge these monies in coded accounts in Swiss and all that. How do you want to be respected when the people are suffering? You pack all the wealth that is. So that's why I don't really blame the young people more, but you have to inculcate in them the right values. Way to values. God bless you. The right values, because if you don't have it, you don't have it. You cannot expect an empty bag to stand upright. What has Professor Wole Soyinka, you know, the Nobel laureate, he said his generation is a wasted generation. What have they bequeathed to the young ones? So you cannot be expecting the young ones to be this, be that, be that, when you have not laid the foundation for them. So we have to keep, you know, prodding them, keep pushing them to ensure that they begin to appreciate the right values. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones that the mantle will be handed over to. It doesn't matter if those, you know, our elders decide to stay there till they are 100. By 110, they will not be there anymore. So if by sheer will they refuse to leave the scene, other natural situations will make them leave the scene. So the young ones will actually become, so we must pass the right values to them.
Thank you so much, Mr. Somi Uranta, for coming on the show. And I know that it's not going to be the last time we're going to be talking about, you know, encouraging our young people to take their rightful place and look at life in a better manner, and of course to do better for themselves. Get rich quick scheme is another thing I'd like us to talk about maybe the next time you come here. The get rich scheme, everybody wants to just, and I think it's the politicians that give them that idea. They look at the big guys, and they look at the big guys in entertainment as well, Mimi, especially those ones that you know, sing about $20 million and, you know, in their bank account and all of that. Unfortunately, the young people are their followers, so
yes,
they desire to get there.
When they see them spending
all of those monies,
so
they really want to be part of
They're
them.
not ready to do.
They're not ready to work. Many thanks for joining us on the show.
My pleasure.
It's a pleasure.